What's happening, guys? Martin is back again. You know what we are, so let's get into it. So guys, I hope everyone is enjoying themselves, getting ready for the Christmas season. Do not feel like you need to be pressured and buy stuff that you can't afford. That is one of the worst things to be doing. And while people are opening their gifts and everything else, you're sat there concerning about your bank balance and thinking, how the hell am I going to pay this stuff off in January? Not the way forward, guys. Not the way forward. Be smart, do it within your means. So guys, for those of you guys that aware of this channel, as I've mentioned before, it's not just about Zara fragrances, we're looking at other fragrances as well, and I also want to try and make sure that I get in some things about men's lifestyle. So I'm going to be talking about a few things very shortly. However, just touching base with you, I was able to pick up this one. I'm trying to find the box, if I have the box to hand, and I don't have the box to hand. I do have the box to hand. Yes, I do. Here we go, guys. Here's the box on this one. This is Lacoste, and this is L'Homme Lacoste. And this one is a 50ml that I managed to pick up from Superdrug. For those that know, in the UK, Superdrug has a lot of good deals. If you're looking for fragrances now at this time of year, guys, I would say, only if obviously you're in the UK, best place to go, Superdrug and Boots, if you want to buy box sets and get a relatively cheap price. Sometimes you can even get basically even online prices at these places, so keep an eye out for that. So I purchased this one, guys. This is a 50ml from, as I say, Lacoste, L'Homme Lacoste. And this, guys, is, you can see by the juice, I was thinking I'm gonna get this sort of cognac vibe. Note breakdown, it's not a cognac vibe, but the note breakdown is mandarin orange, and it's saying that we have also some sweet orange in the top notes, as well as this key note, which is ultimately a rhubarb note, which is quite prominent, I think, in the fragrance. And then in the breakdown, or in the mids, we have the black pepper with some ginger, and I believe there's some floral notes in there, some almond, and yes, almond is also in there. And in the base, guys, we have some cedar, and we have some musk, we have some vanilla, we have some amber, and we have some other woodsy note, whichever that may be. So ultimately, guys, for me, this fragrance is a good gym scent, I would say. It's fresh, and the rhubarb is in there, so it gives it this type of slightly borderline gourmand sort of note. Just so you can have a look on the sprayer. It opens with this sort of fresh, I say fresh ginger, slightly borderline spicy type of element to it. And then it starts to open up a bit more with this type of floral rhubarb type of element. This isn't necessarily a heavy fragrance in respect of the base notes, in my opinion. And potentially it's a little bit light. Now, I only paid £20, $19.99 for this, which I think is a good buy. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If you're expecting maybe too much in respect of projection and sillage, you may not really get that from this one, guys, unfortunately. And I think for me, what lets this fragrance down is the staying power. It's a very good fragrance in respect of the opening, in respect of, I say, the slightly more sort of gourmandish element to it with the almond and the rhubarb in there. And it has like a sort of, if you imagine with this rhubarb, slightly like dulces, like a sweet sort of smell to it, gourmand smell. I don't know necessarily in respect of the heat and how this will perform, but I think this is definitely a hot weather fragrance. It's not something that I think you'd get away with in the cold winter months. It's just not strong enough for that. But for a light, fresh gym scent, unoffensive, £20, can't go wrong with it. And I think on top of that, guys, for what it is, it's pleasant. That's what I'll say. It's not necessarily groundbreaking, and I know there are new versions that have come out subsequently now. I think this one came out well over a year ago, actually, 2017. So it's pleasant, it's nice. You could blind buy this one, although I won't necessarily recommend it, but you could blind buy this one, and I don't think you'd necessarily be you know, too pushed down the line of being unhappy. This isn't a fragrance which really, it's not really either end of the spectrum. It's not necessarily too sweet, and it's not necessarily too heavy in the base notes. The issue for me, though, with this fragrance, unfortunately, is that it lacks a little bit of, how I would say, staying power. I probably wouldn't notice this probably after about 2 hours. And bear in mind, again, I'm in the cold weather now. In the heat, who knows? Maybe this will do its job in the heat. Maybe it'll give me a bit more by way of longevity. Projection-wise, yes, you get a little bit of a scent bubble, nothing spectacular. It's not necessarily a skin scent, I would say, but at the same time, again, you need to be in a hot environment. So probably in the gym, probably, let's say, sports, which probably this one's probably a lot more aligned for, and equally hot country, hot weather. Go on a holiday is a nice scent. And I don't think it's necessarily going to give you, as I say, more than 2 hours, just in my opinion. You'd have to reapply this one, so don't be expecting the world. £20, can't really go wrong with it. You just need to just be mindful that you probably need to keep it with you and reapply. Now, this was the 50ml. I probably wouldn't really say that I'd go over and spend more than £20 for this one. There are, obviously, say there's an intense version out there, which I understand slightly different in respect of the base notes, or at least it's heavier in the base notes. But this one, guys, is light, it's fresh, it's non-offensive, easy to wear in the office, easy to wear on a date to some extent, but I just don't know if it would really last for a date in the evening. So if I was to rate this one, guys, I'd probably give this one probably about a 3 out of 5. When it comes to price point, obviously I bought this on sale, so at least a Christmas sale. £20, can't go wrong. Happy with this one. 5 out of 5 on price, I'd say. Longevity lets it down a little bit, guys. You don't really seem to get longer than 2 hours or so on my skin, but again, I'm only talking about in the winter months. I'm not in the hot weather, so I'd give this probably about 3 out of 5. When it comes to sillage, there's not really any real complexity. Once the rhubarb note dissipates, it goes into slightly more of a, say, like this gourmandish almond vanilla type of fragrance, so it's not really that potent. I know it says that it has musk in the base, but it doesn't really seem to be. These seem to be like the lighter type of elements of the fragrance. The brighter notes seem to be in the opening with the citric notes, but the actual breakdown or the dry down doesn't really have to seem to have much staying power. If, for instance, this had leather in it or something like that, it'd be a slightly different fragrance. But as it stands now, the musk, in my opinion, probably seems pretty light. The amber seems pretty light, so you do get something to keep it there, but it's not really heavy in the base notes, unfortunately, and that's probably why I think there is a longevity issue. Outside of that, guys, projection, as I say, can't really tell in the cold weather. You're getting a little bit of a bubble, but again, how long that lasts for, it's probably not really that long, to be honest, unfortunately. So all in all, I'd give this a say probably around, say, 3.5 out of 5 all in all. It's not bad, it's not groundbreaking, but at the same time, you could save yourself some money and get this one for yourself, get this one for somebody else. See how it goes, guys. So that was my quick review of Lacoste, Lacoste. Quite a few Lacoste fragrances that people don't seem to like for some reason. Seems to be a lot of hate on this particular brand. I don't know why. But let me know, guys, in the comments down below. Have you purchased this fragrance? Do you have the intense version? Should I get my hands on the intense version? Is that the one to go and check out? Where will I go in respect of getting my longevity? Because if it's not coming from this one, or I'm not in necessarily a hot sort of environment, what should I be doing? So you let me know, guys, down below in the comments. Do not forget, guys, to save you some money and some time, to give the channel a thumbs up and a like. Comment, like, and subscribe, share, do all that blah, 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 as we like to do, as we like to say, guys. Hopefully see you in the next video. And also, has anyone actually purchased Date for Men from Jeremy Fragrance? I do not know that many people have done so. So I've heard some mixed reviews on that one. We'll see. And I will go and check that one out when I can at some point. But ultimately, guys, if you're in the UK, Superdrug, go and check out the deals there. They've got quite a lot of stuff going on, guys, and especially boots as well. Go and check that out. And I'll see you soon on the next video. Ciao.